Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the world premiere edition of the Pro Wrestling Worldwide Video Magazine, produced by the O-Town Punisher Reggie Brown, directed by Kevin Rhodes, and published by the international superstar, yours truly, Rick Love. We would like to begin tonight by telling you a little bit about what's coming up. We have our segments with Kevin Rhodes and Reggie Brown, who will be sharing their views on the state of the pro wrestling industry today. And also our featured video article this month is with the up-and-coming superstar, our 01 PWF USA Junior Heavyweight Champion, Pretty Boy Papi Neves. We would like to welcome you to join our Facebook group at www.facebook.com/groups/Pro Wrestling Fit International. The 01 Pro Wrestling Fit International Facebook group is the world's fastest growing and most popular social networking group. It is managed by Pro Wrestling Fit Media, who is a worldwide provider of professional wrestling online magazines, radio, TV shows, and pay-per-view events. You can also find audition and tryout dates, along with seminar and training information for those of you who would like to become a professional wrestler. The purpose of this group is to make it easy for professional wrestling fans like you to connect with and share info and news with 01 PWF pro wrestlers and other talent and staff. Visit the link to join and begin enjoying the many benefits of membership today. Once again, that's facebook.com/groups/Pro Wrestling Fit International. We'd like to begin by thanking the host of this month's edition of the Pro Wrestling Worldwide magazine. www.legacybelts.com is your complete resource for the very best in championship title belts for wrestling, boxing, MMA, martial arts, and special events. Check out legacybelts.com. Belt collectors and promoters who want to improve their professional image can see their online catalog of high-quality cast and custom-made products at legacybelts.com. We would also like to thank the Pro Wrestling School. Do you have what it takes to become a wrestler, referee, manager, or valet, or even a spokesmodel? Do you want to be on TV, become famous, and make money? Then you need to contact the Pro Wrestling School today. Give them a call at 321-239-5439. Up next is our featured article with Pretty Boy Papi Neves. Take it away, Pop.
Pretty Boy Papi, where did Pretty Boy Papi start? That's what they want to ask us. Pretty Boy Papi started back in the day, I guess you could say, early 90s, growing up, watching wrestling, watching Bret Hart, and watching Shawn Michaels and Diesel and Razor, and, watching Hogan. And, you start at, early age with your action figures, and then, you move on to wrestling with your brothers, and then you move it out to the backyard around top of a tarp. That hurts, and I remember coming home from school one time. I was in middle school by then, and my dad actually built us a ring, a wooden ring. Put the ropes and everything, and to me it was like, wow, this is the closest I'm ever gonna get to wrestling in a ring, And I remember that ring lasted us about a year. Me and my brother, my cousin, we'd all wrestle in the backyard, and had our own little backyard fed, and to me that was it. To me, I'm living it right here, right now, And I remember that ring lasted about a year, and then we started wrestling on the trampoline, and by then I was in high school, actually. Of course you start doing bigger moves because you can fly now, you can flip and all that in the air and bounce off the trampoline. And I remember, and that was it. That was it for me. I figured, this is the closest I'm gonna get to living the dream. And as years passed by, I remember one night it was past midnight, flipping the channels with the mother of my kids at the time. We were married, and I remember we flipped by a channel where there was wrestling, and she flips back and she's like, "Hey, look, there's wrestling." And I look at it, and I'm like, it was a little independent company, in Lakeland, and they were on TV, after hours. And I'm like, "Yeah, these guys are pretty good." And then they ran a commercial where if you wanted to train, just call up and go down to train. And I was like, she was like, you should call. And I'm like, nah. And she's like, you should call. I'm like, I'm not good enough for that. I'm not gonna make it. She's like, just call. And I remember at the time, I was actually unemployed, and we were about to actually have our second child, which is my daughter, like a week from that night. And I was like, we don't got the money. I don't have the time. Gotta find a job. And she's like, no, call. We still got some tax money and all that. Just call and start training. I did. Thanks to her, she pushed me, and I started training. I remember my first day stepping in the ring, and I was like, wow. In my head, I'm just thinking about all the times I've seen, Bret Hart and all that in the ring. In my head, that was me at the moment, and I was like, wow, it's just a step further, but I still didn't think I was going to be good enough, and problems came down the road, I started missing practice, and EJ, my trainer and close friend and mentor, calls me up and tells me, where you been? And I'm like, I don't have any money. I can't really, can't afford the training right now. He's like, don't stop coming. You've gone so far. You're doing so well. Just keep coming. And I still, I didn't feel right. I'm like, I really can't afford it. I don't know when I'm going to be able to afford it. And he's like, just keep coming. No excuses. Keep coming. And I remember I still missed a couple weeks after that, and then I finally showed up, my head down, embarrassed. I couldn't afford it, He kept training me. He believed in me. He helped me out a lot. He was one of the people who truly helped me put that faith in myself, He truly was there for me, and I kept training. And I remember one day he comes up to me, to the whole class, and he's like, you guys are going to have your first match coming up. And I remember it was going to be their biggest show of the year, which was also going to be their final show because the company was closing up. And he got us ready. We got ready, and I was pumped up, you go from wrestling on a mattress to wrestling in the backyard in the tarp to wrestling on the trampoline and all that, and to actually wrestle in a real wrestling ring in front of a real crowd. It was something special, and I thank everybody who believed in me and helped me out and supported me. I thank my family, friends, and EJ, and I thank my ex-wife, who pushed me to do it as well. And I remember my debut. I remember I came out as a tag team partner with another fellow student, and we went out there, and I remember, coming out and turning the first corner and interacting with the crowd, and when about to turn the second corner to get in the ring, I see my whole family lined up across the front row, and it was something special. It was nice to see the support, because something they probably don't probably want me doing because injuries and all that, but it was nice, seeing my father there sitting in the front row, and it was something very special to me to know that they were there and he was there to support me. That day was the day Pretty Boy Poppy was born. The name Pretty Boy was given to me by EJ pretty much the same day of the debut. He's like, "What you coming out as?" I'm like, he's like, "Poppy's not enough." I'm like, I don't know. And then giggling, I'm like, I don't know, like Pretty Boy Poppy, and he's like, okay. I'm like, nah. I'm like, I can't live up to that name. not that good looking. He's like, you're gorgeous, you know. And I laughed, and sure enough, when they announced me as Pretty Boy Poppy, and it worked. It worked. It stuck, you know. And after that, I believe I did like one more show after that, and then I stopped for about 8 or 9 months. Personal problems, you know, at work. Also, you know, going through a divorce and all that, and I stopped. And then, you know, I remember having friends like Preston Kane who helped me also get through a lot of stuff and put me back out there, you know. Put me back out there, you know, put me in shows and let me ride along with him, you know, and put that dream back in my head and gave me a push. And I thank him. From there on, I kept going. And I remember debuting at PWF for with Preston tag team that night, and it was great. It felt good. PWF is a company that always welcomed me with open arms. And remember doing my debut with Preston and then going back and wrestling singles. On my second show, I was crowned the first ever Junior United States Champion on November 16th, 2013. And still to this day, August 21st, I'm still a champion. And, you know, PWF was what I needed. You know, they helped me out. They helped me find the true Pretty Boy Poppy. You know, they gave me opportunities a lot of other people weren't trying to give me. And to this day, I'm very thankful for PWF. A lot of, you know, everything happens for a reason, and I'm just glad that this happened, you know. Pretty Boy Poppy. People ask me, Pretty Boy Poppy, you know, who is he? And he's me. You know, it wasn't a gimmick I came up with. It was, you know, it's not an act. It's me. It's me. It really is me, and it's me at my best. It's me at my worst, but it's me. You know. And a lot of people ask me, you know, what is your advice to someone who wants to live their dream? And I say, you need to wake up. It's the first step to wanting to live your dream is you wake up. Because once you're up, you have all the possibilities to make that dream a reality, you know. And I'm not trying to become a hit. I'm trying to become a classic. In PWF, I've already accomplished the Junior United States Championship. I've accomplished half of the tag team titles, and I won't stop until I make it to the top. If your goal isn't to be the top, then you're not in the right industry. My goal is to become the World Heavyweight Champion. My goal is to become classic, become that one wrestler that everybody always talks about, no matter what era we're living in, no matter what's going on, what's changed, what hasn't changed. I want to be that man that people talk about. You know, there was once a wrestler named Poppy. Pretty Boy Poppy.
Thank you for that very up-close and personal look into the private and professional life of Pretty Boy Poppy.